Okay.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm all right, thank you.
What's your roundup?
All right, so my highlights of the day, I think when the police realised that they weren't actually needed in as much force, and when they backed off slightly, there were, unfortunately, extreme rudeness from some of the police. There was no need for the heavy-handedness. I'm pretty sure the Parks police wouldn't say it, but I think they were not best pleased with how it was managed. I think that at the time when they were too much in force, there was no real threat. There was only the one group of people. There wasn't really the conflicting stuff. I had a couple of decent conversations outside of the park and a couple of the videos that I make on persecution. I think the whole Tommy thing, I think everybody is entitled to speak there who's legally able to enter the park. I don't think there should be any restrictions, although just coming on the back of the news about the new restrictions that are coming, it might have been unfortunate timing for there to be so many people there. But other than that, I think it all went as well as could be expected. There were a couple of idiots, but we manufacture them.
What do you think about the Tommy getting arrested for having a weapon?
I'd like to see some evidence, as it were, of a weapon. I'd like to see a photograph before him being arrested, because I don't think there's reasonable suspicion to search him for anything. I think that he was, completely isolated from any external, threats. He wouldn't, even if any of his entourage, and I'm not suggesting it for a second, had weapons, he wouldn't need one because he's so insulated. So it's literally redundant for him to have a weapon when he's already been wrongly arrested and penalised for speaking, basically. So yeah, I'd like to see evidence of that. I don't think that it's a very good PR move on the part of the police to arrest him publicly when there were actual people rolling around on the floor like idiots, and trying to cause unrest where there wasn't any. So I think it was a lovely gesture for him to come down and support Hatun. Like I said, the timing wasn't brilliant, but that's nothing to do with him. And I think more people should come along to the park who have more of a variety of views, because I'd like to speak about Jesus to all of them, really, but that's just me.
What do you reckon about the lockdown now? So no more Speaker's Corner for at least a month, it seems.
I think it's bizarre that both times now that increased restrictions have happened, we've been told it's really urgent, but let's wait till Monday or let's wait till Thursday. I don't think the illness is on holiday, or the virus, or whatever everyone calls it. I think that it's pretty redundant anyway, because locking things down hasn't really proved successful. It's as far as I know, it's like a winter. It's the strongest in the winter, so the numbers were going to go up, and the numbers increase when you test many more people. Like I said before, if you tested IQ tests for everyone in the country, you'd find that being a retard was increasing. It doesn't mean they weren't there first, it just means that now we know. So in terms of actual COVID only deaths, I think you'll find they're pretty minimal. I don't believe that falling off a ladder if you've been diagnosed a month ago means you died of COVID.
So you're back at the park at some point?
Yep, I'm having a week off, and I was planning on having a weekend off anyway, but then after that I was there every week through the lockdown, sometimes on my own, but that's the kind of girl I am. So yeah, I'll be back down then, basically. But it's almost gloves weather and a nap, and it's freezing out here, and I'm cold and hungry. So God bless you all. Bye bye. Big up, Rex.
Nice one, Kate. Cheers.